Hi, today we're going to take a look at measures of central tendency, which is essentially mean, median, mode, and range. Um, okay, so we have a set of numbers, 5, 7, 9, 4, 5, 35. And right from the beginning, when I look at this, I go, what is 35 doing there? It's such an odd number that it's so far off. You know what? Let's forget about it. That number, because it's so far out there, it has a special name. It's called an outlier. That outlier, we can just basically ignore it. Maybe somewhere along the line we came up with some wrong information and it was placed in or in the wrong spot. We can completely ignore it. So let's forget about it. Let's take a look at all the other numbers because they're all fairly close to each other. So mean. Mean is a fancy way of saying the average. You get the average by taking all of your numbers and adding them up, and then dividing by however many numbers we have. So our mean, when I add these up, I have 7 and 4 gives me 11, plus 9, there's 20, plus 10, we get 30. So we add all those numbers up. How many numbers do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember, we're just ignoring that 35, and we divide that out. And we say our average is 6, okay? The median value is a fancy way of saying the middle number. So I want to take all of these numbers and I want to put them in order from smallest to largest. So we have 4, 5, 5, 7, 9. I want to look for the median number. I want to look for the middle value. My middle number, 5. That's my median. Mode stands for the most occurring. What number repeats itself the most in this lineup? I see 5 over and over again. 5 is my most repeated number. And my range. Range is the distance from my highest to my lowest. So that just is a fancy way of saying subtraction. So we say 9 minus 4, giving us 5. So these measures of central tendency, we're looking for different ways of finding sort of the middle or the average or the collective of what's going on. And these answers may all be different. We have two different types of answers now, but they're all close to each other. And that's okay. That's what we're looking for. Now, let's take this set and kind of condense it a little bit. Let's say I'm dealing with 4, 5, 7, and 9. I want to find my average. I want to find my mean. So let's add my 4 numbers up, and this time I get 25. I divide that thing by 4, and we end up with an answer of 6.25. My average is there. Okay, my median, my middle number. So I look here, I don't have a middle number. It's between two numbers. So what do I have to do now? Is I have to look at both of those and say 5 plus 7, let's divide it by 2. So I'm taking the average of my two center numbers, my two middle numbers, and we end up with 12 over 2, which is 6. My mode, my most repeated number, nothing gets repeated here. We don't have a mode, and that's okay. And then my range, same thing, high to low, 9 minus 4, leaving us with 5. So we get an answer of 6.25, 6, and 5. They're all kind of close to each other. And that's the point. We have 4 different ways of finding something, and we're looking at them in different aspects. And these are measures of central tendency.